Anthropic just dropped Claude Science, a new desktop app built specifically for researchers and scientists. It turns the usual AI chatbot into a full workspace where you can analyze papers, run multi-step experiments, build figures, and draft manuscripts. The app comes loaded with scientific databases and handles stuff like 3D protein structures, genome tracts, and chemical diagrams right inside it. Every output shows the exact code and steps behind it, so nothing feels like a black box. You can trace back to how you get to the result, which matters a lot. It feels like a practical step. Scientists spend tons of time juggling tools and data. Having one spot to keep everything connected could save real time and reduce mistakes. But it's early, so we'll have to see how this fits into the daily lab life. Big news for digital currency. Visa, MasterCard, Coinbase, and other companies launched something called Open Standard. They're putting out a new US dollar pegged stablecoin called OpenUSD later this year. The goal is to make stablecoins easier for businesses to use at big scale, with no fees limiting on minting and redeeming, so they get to get their share of earnings from the reserve. It aims to be open, low cost, and neutral, so more companies actually adopt it for payment instead of just crypto trading. It's big news because big traditional finance names are getting deeper into crypto, making moving money across borders simpler and cheaper. There's always a risk of anything tied to the dollar in the reserve, so we'll see if it catches anything outside trading. Sony is removing 551 movies and TV shows from the PlayStation library in the UK starting September the 1st. This includes stuff that you've paid for, like John Wick, Terminator 2, Paddington, Apocalypse Now, with no refunds to be mentioned. The reason? Licensing deal with Studio Canal expiring. This isn't new. Sony has done similar purges before in other countries and with other content. It highlights the big issue with digital purchases. You don't really own them, you're just licensing access, and companies can pull them anytime. Here's the thing, it's convenient so you have everything in one place, but it's a reminder to us that it's not yours forever. Physical copies or other platforms might feel safer for stuff you really want to keep. NASA and the Small Business Administration announced a new initiative to help small businesses in the space sector get funding. It focuses on technologies needed for Moon and Mars missions. NASA will point out key areas like energy storage, nuclear propulsion, advanced materials, biomedical tech, and launch infrastructure. The Small Business Administration will help match those with investment funds that put most of their money into these priorities. This could help more small companies scale up instead of struggling for cash. Space tech needs a solid industrial base. It shows how government agencies are trying to work together to support innovation where it matters for long-term exploration. There's a big battle happening over the 6G band of radio waves. Both Wi-Fi and cellular companies want it. The US gave their bandwidth to unlicensed Wi-Fi use. China gave all of the license to mobile. Europe, on the other hand, is trying to split the shared modeling, which causes company headaches at higher costs for devices. Wi-Fi folks say it's driving huge economic value and handles most internet traffic, especially with AI coming. Mobile side wants it for better 6G coverage and growth. Decisions in places like India, UK, and the EU will shape what future gadgets can do globally. This matters because bad choices could slow down fast wireless tech we rely on, and it's a classic case of different industries and countries having competing needs for the same limited resources. The US has dropped their restrictions on Anthropic's Mythos and Fable models. These are the most advanced AIs out there. Access should come back soon. Earlier rules made it hard to offer them publicly because of export controls, so Anthropic pulled them. Now, after talks, the company agreed to extra security steps and reporting. This happened partially because other countries' AI companies are catching up fast. It points to a messy side of AI policy right now, balancing security, competition, and innovation. The back and forth leaves companies unsure about future rules.